Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on this fast forward planet. We're wrapped in a pandemic. Everybody in this country is scrambling to figure out how to get vaccinated. There's a whole new batch of people in New York State who can because they have comorbidities. A fancy word for other risk factors. But just try getting on the website and figuring out how to do that. So there's a lot of work to be done on that. We just had this incredible impeachment fiasco. Country's got lots of political work to do going forward. The climate is still warming, although Texas is going through a brutal, frigid break and a storm. So vulnerability to climate hazards of all kinds is something we have to work on. But it's Valentine's Day, and this show is all about taking a pause from all that other stuff and connecting through music. Because it's Valentine's Day, I thought I would start with a tune, a recorded one from my one and only album. And it's kind of fun and apt. So let's see if this will work.
And it's a very good album.
Thank you. I tried.
Blame it on biology, the difference between you and me, male and female, boy and girl, each one sees a different world. We'll blame it on biology, the difference between you and me. Whoa girl, can't you see? Blame it on biology. When we try to figure out just what some fight is all about, English is what we both speak, but it may as well be French and Greek. You stand there with that pretty pout, I've got no clue what's put you out. Finally you explain your funk with something that I said last month. We'll blame it on biology, the difference between you and me, male and female, boy and girl, each one sees a different world. We'll blame it on biology, the difference between you and me. Oh girl, can't you see? Blame it on biology. You say that I lack sensitivity, I defend my masculinity. I say the facts are clear as crystal. Why can't you see that I'm right? Then you say, why can't I see that facts have nothing to do with this fight? The good news is that when we're done, biology, it brings us home. I look at you, you look at me. We say, thank God for biology. We'll blame it on biology, the difference between you and me, male and female, boy and girl, each one sees a different world. We'll blame it on biology, the difference between you and me. Oh girl, can't you see? Blame it on biology. Oh girl, can't you see? Blame it on biology.
There we go.
What were those birds at the end?
They're still there, actually. I should have kept it going. They're ruffed grouse.
Oh, they were. They looked
so here
different.
We go. And this is their that's their love song.
Wow, look at them.
I love it. And seeing all the bowerbirds and the birds of paradise. It's great.
Listen to that sound. Pretty wacky. Yeah, that's their love song. So what are your love songs?
Yeah.
That's what today is about. Thank you all for being here. I see Vinny and Mel and Patrick and Karen are coming on to this first chunk of time. Lori, we'll see you in a few minutes. Is that okay? And how are you all doing?
Well, doing pretty good. Doing what every bachelor does on Valentine's Day. He's putting up shelves.
Very funny. Very funny. And Karen, is it? Man, our snow is just not going away here.
Yeah, I shoveled one of the big roofs yesterday, and I can't even play my jumbo guitar today. I had to switch guitars. My shoulder's so sore.
Oh no!
But at least I did it, and that roof won't collapse. I don't know about the others, but that was my limit.
Yeah, our gutters are being tested with giant ice dams. And you're not dealing with that down in Florida, Mel and Vinny, right?
No, the heat and humidity has come back. We had a delightful little cool snap, and now it's warm again.
So we have to turn the air conditioner back on.
Maybe we'll start with a little kind of Florida warmth. So the Lake Worth Bureau of the Sustain What Enterprise. Maybe do you have a song queued up that you had in mind for this?
We have a song in mind. I just want to say this is Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
Hey,
Mel.
And this is Mel.
Yeah, well, that's our most frequently asked question. Which one is Vinny? And so, Andy, when you invited us to join you on the Valentine's theme, we got very playful in our thoughts about what songs to select. And then the bottom kind of fell out of the world this week when Alan Anapu, the first captain of the Clearwater, passed away Thursday in a tragic bicycle accident. And so Clearwater music has always helped my heart. And it makes me remember that many of the people listening will also be remembering a Valentine who is not here today. So I know you all will sing along if you're muted and play along at home. The water is wide.
It's in C.
The water is wide. I cannot cross o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I lean my back up against an oak, thinking it was a trusty tree, but first it bent and then it broke as thus did my false love to thee. And love is gentle, and love is kind, gay as a jewel. When first it's new, but love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like morning dew. has the love I'm in. I know not it. I sing or swim, and Pete Seeger wrote some words. The seagulls wheel, they turn and die. The mountains stand beside the sea. The world we know turns round and round, and all for them. And you and me. The water is wide, I cannot cross o'er, and neither have my wings fly. Give me a boat that can carry 2 or 3 or 4 or more, and both shall row. My love and I.
Great. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. God, I hadn't heard about the accident. That's just terrible.
It was classic Alan Anapu, Andy. He was creating, he's been designing for years now a recumbent bicycle electric so he could ride up to Croton for the Clearwater Festival and come back on his electric recumbent bicycle. And he had just gotten it and he went out to Aldi's to shop.
Jeez.
That's classic Alan.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this has been such a rough year for so many actually accidents. I know a couple people have been badly hurt on bicycles. It's just kind of it's been a rough year in many ways. But music helps bridge the waters. Yeah. So Patrick, what's on your musical mind this morning with your bright red shirt and scarf?
Well, yeah, I was making a joke before, but I do have a particular song in mind. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am a bachelor at this point, and but I have a real serious theory, and I believe that it kind of stems that the person that you fall in love with is exactly the person least likely to be able to fulfill your needs emotionally or whatever. And I think that biology puts us there in that particular relationship in order for us to grow. I really do believe that. And yeah, because I have to put up all these shelves up here. I have a book called Passionate Marriage and a book called Getting the Love You Want and a book called The Good Marriage and, relationships and, Men Just Don't Understand. I have that book too. So
men are from Mars, women are from Venus,
anyway,
or whatever.
but this is a song that I wrote, and it's a true tune that comes from my heart, and I think that person is out there someplace. Who knows? Maybe right in front of me. If you were my baby, girl, we catch a falling star and take it back to heaven. Just you and me and my guitar. If you were my baby, oh, I wouldn't have to sing the blues. There'd be tears of joy because my life was like a fairy tale, a dream come true. If you were my baby, oh, I'd make your pony run. And all those passing fancies would show the way back to your true love. If you were my baby, yes, an ice cream day would be so nice. Yes, it would be enough, I'd be living it up, just looking in your eyes. Girl, if there could be a me and you, a place where forgotten dreams came true, and when you held me tight, you'd open up my life. I'd take that smile that you once wore and tell you not to worry anymore. I'd ask you to let me inside. Girl, if there could be a me and you, I'd make it safe for things that lovers do. And when you held me tight, you'd open up my life. I'd take that smile that you once wore, I'd lay it there outside your door. I'd ask you to let me inside. If you were my baby, every day be like the 4th of July. We'll be running up a rainbow. Our love would brighten up the sky. So come be my baby, so I can tell you all the time that it would be enough, I'd be living it up, just looking in your eyes. Yes, it would be enough, I'd be living it up, right there in paradise. Oh, my baby.
Wow. That was just gorgeous, Pat.
Beautiful. That was beautiful, Patrick. What a great
Thank you.
song.
And I don't recall us ever having that one in the mix for Breakneck Ridge Review. So fantastic song.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. I'd like to do it with Breakneck Ridge Review with you guys.
Those
It's kind of a
guitar,
personal song, you know, so I'm usually jumping up and
yeah.
jazz
No,
handy with everybody. But yeah, thank you so much.
And those little guitar licks, those little treats, musical treats there toward the end are fantastic. Great song.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I can't wait. I see Jeff Main in the back there in the green
man.
room. Yeah,
Jeff Main.
he's such a great guitar player. I'm sure he's appreciating that little
Yeah.
utility stuff. He'll be on in a little bit. And there's Peter Siegel too. We've got some great musicians lined up. David Tarlow, Karen. Karen from Your Winter Wonderland. What's on your musical mind on Valentine's Day?
I'm sorry, it's not going to be an upbeat song either.
Oh,
But I wrote the song a long time ago for my eldest, who's now going to be 38 in a few days. So this is a love song for her. She was a kid kind of like me, a little bit difficult, and it was anyway. That came from her. So. Take the feelings that surround you, lose the worries that have bound you. Let this breath of life astound you till you know who you are. I have walked into the mountains, tasted clear, cool water fountains. Still I never have forgotten all the love in your heart. Open your eyes and see the sun. A brighter day has just begun. Let your light show. Let your love grow. Let your heart carry you home. I have walked with you in starlight, hunted fireflies by moonlight, stayed awake with you at midnight, and I know who you are. Like the sunlight on the water, you're my dizzy dancing daughter, full of tears and full of laughter, and I love you as you are. Open your eyes and see the sun. A brighter day has just begun. Let your light show. Let your love grow. Let your heart carry you home. In the waking light I saw you. Da 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 da. Thanks. I'm
Oh,
not used to playing my old guild anymore. Wow.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Anyway.
beautiful, Karen. Yeah.
Thanks.
Mm.
Thanks.
That was wonderful. So Mel and Vinny, in one of my favorite places in Florida, Lake Worth, where I spent my childhood and winters visiting my grandparents across the water there. You got another tune for us before we move along?
Yeah, we do.
Yes, Lake Worth is the town of bars.
When I was a kid, that wasn't as relevant. The water and the fishing.
Yes. this song we just switched to this song just as because not all love conquers all, and sometimes things don't just work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all know that.
So I wrote this song in 1981. So pondering love from a youthful perspective. Do my braids, I'm going out tonight. Dance in a square in the light of the moon. When the starlight shines, we'll court and spoon. You stand so straight and you move just right. Pose with your face and speak with your eyes. Do my braids, I'm going out tonight. Feed my face, you showed up at my door. I was pleased to see you till you made it clear that my girlfriend wasn't home. Could you wait right here? I hid your face and we sang some songs. Wonder sometimes what I'm doing wrong. Feed my face, you showed up at my door. Pass that bottle, fill my cup. We might as well get drunk. You've been looking at me, I've been looking at you, and I know what you're thinking that you could do. But honey, I'm tired of being chased around, getting all suited up and all played out. Pass that bottle, fill my cup. We might as well get drunk. Do my braids, I'm going out tonight. Dance in a square in the light of the moon. When the starlight shines, we'll court and spoon. You stand so straight and you move just right. Pose with your face and speak with your eyes. Do my braids, I'm going out tonight.
I was muted. How many times a day do you find yourself going, oh, I was muted, sorry?
Many.
For me, it's like 8 at least.
Yeah.
Another neat song. God, that brings back. That has a vibe of like Dave Ramrock and so many other people. Really nice.
Another true Clearwater story, but we won't name the perpetrators.
All right. God, was Dave Ramrock ever on the Clearwater? I don't know.
No.
He would have fallen off drunk.
Actually, my
Nice.
7th grade math teacher was Dave Van Ronk's roommate. And
Wow.
yeah,
He deserves a medal.
that's another show.
Yeah.
That must have been in Queens.
I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
Yes.
Lanny
we're-
Reinhardt. He was great.
We're a little bit behind because of my technical stuff this morning.
Sure.
So we should probably get on to the next session. Pat, I don't know. Do you have like a quickie? You want to slip
I do have a quickie. Let's put it in here, and I guess it's basically It goes like this. Ooh, is that too hot for you guys?
No, it's good.
I can't seem to make any money, honey, it's a crying shame. I talked to the union, but boy, it's such a racket. To get in, you know you gotta know a name. Now I had a dream ever since I could holler, singing under bright lights. But sometimes life can grab you by the collar. You wind up doing 9 to 5. But Saturday night down at Dean and Jimmy's, I take the stage and set it on fire. 'Cause all I wanna do is just pick a little guitar, be my little good girl's guy. Let's go on to part 2 of my story. Class act with some sassy brown eyes. She's from the city, but you swear she's country. She can cook and got a heart big as mine. Man, she speaks French. She's my love doctor, can dance the whole night away. Lord, the clock stopped. The minute that I saw her, I knew love had come my way. So I don't spend too much time down at Dean and Jimmy's, 'cause boys, I get to kiss her goodnight. 'Cause all I wanna do is just pick a little guitar, be my little good girl's guy. Well, I used to be a closing time buddy, having too much fun. Now I settle down and she's the only one. I wake up every morning glad that I'm alive. Man, I can't believe it, I'm that little good girl's guy. Time marches on in life, it ain't easy, but me and my baby get by. I make a little money and I still got my honey. You could say I'm satisfied. 'Cause who gives a damn about that fame and fortune when heaven is right inside? A little white house that's there on a corner where me and my sassy reside. So if you're ever back in town, swing on down to Dean and Jimmy's. You'll get a song, a wink, and a smile. 'Cause all I wanna do is just pick a little guitar, be my little good girl's guy. Yes, all I wanna do is just play my little guitar, be my little good girl's guy. Yeah, yeah.
Man, oh man, did you write that?
Yeah.
Holy
Yes.
shite. So excuse my English, but that's a great tune. Why haven't we done that one?
I
I've heard
think
you
he
sing
did
it one
it
other
with
time.
Breakneck.
Did you do it with Breakneck?
Yeah.
It was a while back, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put it on the rain check, Andy. I'd love to do that with you.
Oh, that's a song that just needs to be out and around. I can't believe it.
No, thank you, man. Thank you
It's a
very
hit.
much.
That's like an Al Hamburger has a whole catalog of songs like that. That should be mainstream hits. And
Yes.
why aren't
Yeah.
they? Well, it's a hit. It's a hit on our Sunday Sanity song and
That's
Well,
story.
thank you very much. Yeah.
That counts for a lot. Fantastic.
Well, I'm back there. I'm gonna have the show on, going through the speakers.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna turn off my mic, and I'm
Okay.
just putting up the shelves. And if you need me, I'm
All
within
right.
earshot.
Okay.
Is Jeff Maine coming? Is
Jeff
Jeff
Maine is
Maine
coming
coming on
on.
right now?
No, he's coming
Jeff,
on
we got a
toward
rain check.
midday. around
Peter
Oh,
Siegel,
okay.
we got a rain check.
Say hi to him for me.
I
haven't seen him in a
will.
while.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. You can say hi to him right now. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Hi, Jeff
Hey,
Maine.
Hey,
Hey,
Jeff.
Karen. my ears. How you guys?
Hey, man.
I've enjoyed everything so far. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's coming up. He'll be on in a little while. Right now,
Okay.
coming up is Laurie Siegel, David Tarlow, and Peter Siegel.
Okay, I'm gonna watch.
So
I love it.
this is going to be a great morning. I mean, it already
Nice
is.
to see you
So,
guys. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
So
Happy
Jeff, just
Valentine's Day, Karen.
don't eat all the goodies back there in the green room, okay?
Jeff Maine.
Yeah. All right. So hold on here. Let's see. Give me a second. Lori and Brother Peter and David Tarlow. How are you guys? I'm hearing a little like radio something or other. Oh, maybe it's better.
Oh no, there was a little bit of staticky sort of thing going
It's
on.
got a little bit of that Spinal Tap thing with the
Yeah.
when they're playing at the.
Turn it up to 11.
Yeah, that's quirky. David, can you say something, David Tarlow? Oh yeah, I think David, it's your connection is bad.
He just sounds like a robot or something.
Yeah, can you log out and come back in? I'm not quite sure what is going on there.
No.
He can, well, he'll check it out. So, brother and sister in Vermont
Hey,
and Beacon, New York, how are you doing?
Great.
Great to have you both here. And I wish you could do duets, of course. So.
we wish
I
that too.
know. I wish that too.
Oh my God.
Eventually.
Yeah. So, and there was some recent experimentation. I know, Lori, you were talking about some of that stuff. So we'll, it still feels like it's hard to figure that out in an efficient way.
Yeah.
It really is truly live.
Well, there's nothing like all being in the same room somewhere at some point.
No, and we'll get there. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get vaccinated.
Me
So
too.
we'll get there. Lori, what's on your musical heart this morning? I won't say musical mind because this is Morning About Hearts.
It's about hearts. Well, I got a couple of different ones I'm thinking about. One is a well, you know what? Everybody's doing originals.
Let's try. Actually, let's see if David.
Oh,
let's see. David, can you speak?
No, we
Speak.
can't hear.
You're muted right now.
Yeah, unmute yourself, David.
David, you have to unmute on your end. Let's see how it goes. Oh no, it's there again.
No.
Yeah, it's not working, man. I'm not sure. No, it's really strange. Try to unplug your auxiliary mic and just try from the computer to see if that works. But let's see. I'm gonna mute you for a second, David, just so we can get in a couple songs here. So, Lori, back to you.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna do an original. This is a song that pretty much came out fully formed about 7 or 8 years ago. It's a love song. I don't know where it came from. It's not about anybody in particular, but it I like it because it's kind of from the point of view of a cynical person who's suddenly feeling optimistic.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Every peach on the tree, every grape on the vine, the fruit of the orchard with its sweet harvest wine. It's nectar from heaven, but none so divine as one single kiss from your sweet loving lips. Won't you say you'll be mine? Every drop in the ocean, every grain on the shore, stars up above you can count and then more. If you counted forever, there's just one thing for sure, that they never could measure all the ways that I treasure that one I adore. Oh, look what you started. It's you who's to blame, 'cause I always thought romance was some foolish game. But everything changes. I'm just not the same Since the sweet harvest breezes began whispering your name. Oh, I never sang love songs like some ladies do. No, I never picked flowers in the damp morning dew, pruning heartaches and longing for some lover or two. 'Cause in my heart and heart, I could never have guessed there'd be someone like you. 'Cause in my heart and heart, I could never have guessed there'd be someone like you.
Really sweet.
Thank you.
Really sweet. I just tweeted about it. It's a really fine song.
Thank you, Andy.
So let's see. I'm going to bring David Tarlow back in and see if we can get his audio worked out. Oh, David, you have to unmute on your end too. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh!
No.
It's
Maybe go through your regular mic, your computer.
I think he switched over to that. He says I just have it on the computer. David, say one more thing. Now I don't hear anything.
You might have to change your sound settings to be heard.
All this gosh darn technology. It is miraculous still, that we can even think about doing this kind of thing. Well, Peter, while David's double checking his settings and stuff, what do you have on your musical mind and guitar-ly?
That was a great, like honky tonk optimistic song there, Lord.
I know.
Maybe uncharacteristically optimistic honky tonk. That's how I.
Brotherly love.
I wrote a couple songs this week. I couldn't believe it. They just kind of came out. And this one came out of a conversation because, I don't know, not a lot of people know this about me, but I'm a really big fan of hokum music, which is everything alluding to sex, that doesn't actually say it. In the 1920s, I love that hokum. So I was just, I was cooking in the kitchen and thinking, I really wanted to write a vegetarian honky tonk hokum song. I'm sorry.
Vegetarian.
And it didn't come out because of Valentine's Day. It just came out because it came out. So anyway, here it is. I'll stoke the heat. You grease the pan. It's time to get down low. I'm your cooking man. You bring the spices. I'll fill the pot with all that makes you feel good and nothing that does not. Oh, I got the veggies so firm and hearty. You got the fruit that smells so fine. Put them all together and stir it on up. We don't have to rush to the table and dine, 'cause I'm gonna get down, baby. We're gonna get down low. We're gonna get down, baby, on the food chain. My veggies grow big 'cause they're given tender love. Seeds are sown and then come droplets from above. I grow them myself and that makes me feel alright. They swell and they thrive in the bright sunlight, 'cause no meat to be added, just you and I'm gonna get down, baby. We're gonna get down low. We're gonna get down low on the food chain. No meat to be added, just you and me. Your tender fruit and my hearty veggies. It all comes together on my kitchen tonight. Stir it on up, it makes me feel right. I'm gonna get down, baby. We're gonna get down low. We're gonna get down, baby, on the food chain. Oh, sift and stir and sizzle and sear. Wow, baby, it's getting hot in here. Feel so indulgent, feel so good when we're eating down low just like we should. So come into my kitchen, get ready to cook. This here evening is an open book. We'll shake it up while we get down. We're gonna stay at home and go to town. 'Cause we're gonna get down, baby. Oh, we're gonna get down low. We're gonna get down low on the food chain.
I like it. Boy, you're bringing to mind a great song by Steve Goodman that I learned way back in college. I'm just going to do one quick riff from it just to build with you. When I first met you, baby, you fed me on chicken and wine. It was steak and potato lobster, babe. You know I sure felt fine. But now all you give me is seaweed and alfalfa sprouts and sunflower seeds. You know that I got my doubts. Baby, you done left me here with the chicken cordon blues.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Guy Clark. We used to sing Texas Cooking all the time. We're just all about meat. It's like complete meat song. That's cool. So, David, let's try you again. Let's see what we're doing. How we're doing. Can you unmute one more time?
Unmuted.
Oh, yay! We got you.
That's better?
Nice
Yeah.
to hear your voice, David.
Yeah.
What do you know? What do you know? Good. Okay. Glad it worked.
Good morning. You're
Try a different setting. Good morning. Good morning.
you're
Good
down
morning.
in
Good
New
morning.
York City, right?
In Brooklyn, yeah.
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 Welcome, Brooklyn.
Yeah. In the house.
So what's going for you? What's life like, and what do you got in mind for a tune?
Well, life is pretty good. I got my second shot yesterday.
Oh my gosh! Good.
So I'm,
Congratulations!
very happy about that and didn't
Great.
react too badly. So
Good for you.
So my wife and I both have had both shots now.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's scary times.
Sure
Scary
is.
times. Yeah.
But there's light
So,
coming.
There's light coming. Yeah. Let's see. So I was thinking, I kind of did a mashup of two songs. The first one is actually lyrics by E.B. White of Charlotte's Web fame that he wrote for his wife. And Pete loved it, so he put music to it for his wife, Toshi. Pete Seeger loved it.
Wow.
And the second one I'll kind of introduce as I get to it. So the first one's called The Spider's Web. The spider dropping down from twig unfolds a plan of her devising, a thin premeditated rig to use in rising. And all that journey down through space, in cool descent and loyal hearted, she spins a ladder to the place from where she started. Thus I go forth as spiders do, in spider's web a truth discerning, attached one silken thread to you for my returning. One of the most famous pieces of music in the world. Ode to Joy from Beethoven's Ninth, but course, we're not going to sing the original lyrics. I thought that Pete wrote these lyrics, but then I read in his book that it was a man named Don West from Appalachia. But it's pretty much Pete's banjo part, which I learned pretty much from David Burns, one of the first things I ever learned to play. We must build a road of peace before us, build it wide and deep and long. Speed the slow, remind the eager, help the weak and guide the strong. None shall push aside the other, none shall let another fall. Work beside me, sisters and brothers, all for one and one for all. So let's sing it together. Build a road of peace before us. Build it wide and deep and long. Build a road of peace before us. Build it wide and deep and long. Speed the slow, remind the eager. Help the weak and guide the strong. Speed the slow, remind the eager. Help the weak and guide the strong. None shall push aside the other, none shall let another fall. None shall push aside the other, none shall let another fall. Work beside me, sisters and brothers, all for one and one for all. Work beside me, sisters and brothers, all for one and one for all. None shall push aside the other, none shall let another fall. Work beside me, sisters and brothers, all for one and one for all.
Man, I miss Pete. We all do.
Yeah.
He does ring on, but we just so
He died
miss.
on my birthday.
Damn. Amazing force. And the way he could build a song out of these bits and pieces of history and other
those
music.
lyrics should be, speed the slow, remind the eager. That's just Pete lyrics, but it wasn't Pete, right? But those are Pete lyrics.
Yeah. And I always, these collaborators who come out of the woodwork are really neat too. Great tune, David. Great choice.
Thank you.
Laurie, do you have another one to ring us through toward the next round? And I do see Andre Kudrescu, who's going to fit in a poem here.
I have a Malvina Reynolds song, who is another great collaborator with Pete. And this is also one you can sing along to at home. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Oh, love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Sing that with me now. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Money's dandy and we like to use it. Love is better if you don't refuse it. It's a treasure and you'll never lose it unless you lock up the door. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Let's go dance until the break of day. If there's a piper, we'll just have to pay. 'Cause love is something if you give it away, you just end up with more. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. One more time now. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more.
Great tune for the moment. Great tune for this day and every day. And I got to put out a word to Donna Nestler, who I see is listening. She's normally a regular guest here. She broke a bone skiing, and she has got to have some surgery and all kinds of stuff. So, Donna, we are sending you healing vibes here from Sustain What's Sunday Sanity webcast. Be well. Hang in there. And some fun comments coming in from all around. Good to be able to host here. And hey, Andre Kodrescu, poet laureate of our Sunday sessions. You are muted, I think. You're muted, Andre. You're muted. Cannot hear you. Another muted. Maybe another sonic mystery. Andre, hang in there. Let's get you back. Maybe check your settings and we'll try again. So thank you, David Tarlow. You're fairly new to our sessions here. If you have a quickie to slip in before we get into the next round, that'd be cool. I don't want to. You're muted right now.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Not sure how. Well, let's see. Let's try this one. Song.
Yeah.
Dave Burns wrote. We used to sing with in Stone Soup, and I've put a couple of verses to it also. Well, I've heard it said that all people are different. I've heard it said all people are the same. Scientists give us a wonderful answer. For now we know just so that all of us are 1% phosphorus, 1.4% calcium, carbon and nitrogen 26%. And we are 71% water and smaller amounts of 40 other elements. I know a rich man owns a great mansion. I know a poor man lives out on the street. Walk out the door and look all around you. Wherever you go, everybody that you meet is 1% phosphorus, 1.4% calcium, carbon and nitrogen 26%. Then we are 71% water and smaller amounts of 40 other elements. Some people have will that is made out of iron. Some have muscles made right out of steel. Some have temper so hot like the mercury. Whatever your metal, all of us are merely 1% phosphorus, 1.4% calcium, carbon and nitrogen 26%. Then we are 71% water and smaller amounts of 40 other elements. Some people have skin that is dark like the olive. Some have eyes so deep blue like the sea. Some have tresses like the tomato. However you slice it, all of them precisely 1% phosphorus, 1.4% calcium, carbon and nitrogen 26%. Then we are 71% water and smaller amounts of 40 other elements. Why is it so that some people have nothing? Why is it some should rise while others fall? Isn't it fair we should share that we have now that we know for sure that all of us are 1% phosphorus, 1.4% calcium, carbon and nitrogen 26%. Then we are 71% water and smaller amounts of 40 other elements. We are all equal in the eyes of science. We are all equal in the eyes of God. We are all equal in the Constitution. Someday we'll treat each other like we're made from 1% phosphorus, 1.4% calcium, carbon and nitrogen 26%. Then we are 71% water and smaller amounts of 40 other elements.
I haven't heard that for years. David Burns. Did David write that, or did you guys?
He wrote it. A couple of the verses are mine. We used to do it in Stone Soup.
Yeah, no, I know that. I just couldn't remember who wrote it. Absolutely fantastic. You're muted somehow again. Well, we are.
There we are.
Yeah, David Tarley. That was just great.
My hand went down on the desk and hit the thing.
Donna Nestler just posted, wow, yes. And Lieberman, I can't remember his first name. Bracha loves that song, David. Tears in My Eyes. Everyone sounds great. Peter and Laurie from Bracha. So good stuff. And Claudia Gibson had weighed in from down in Texas, hunkering down for this epic blizzard. San Antonio, I think Texas is going down to like 15 degrees today, which is ridiculous. San Antonio is, that's not what they get there. Let's bring in, into the next round here. Guys, this was great. David, you got to come back as much as you can. Awesome to have you
a lot of fun,
here.
A lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
I want to see if Andre's audio is any better. Andre, can we hear you? The mute button seems to be on your end. Just double check.
It's on mute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
See, a poet cannot be muted.
No, especially on Valentine's Day. So
and I want to bring in the other. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring in the other folks. Peter Siegel, thanks for hanging in there from Vermont. I hope your wood stove is cooking up a storm if you have one. And
thank you, Andy.
Hang in there, and we'll sing. We should just do a round of food songs one Sunday. That'd be awesome. Hold on. So I'm bringing in now Nadine and Barbara Discant, who are friends of our friend Karen Brooks from out in the westernmost part of New York State. Great to have you back. You do some wonderful traditional Celtic tunes. And Ray Pierre Humbert is coming in from jolly old Oxford, England.
Right.
How are you, man?
Oh, I'm just great. I'm just great. Yeah, and it's nice to have other people playing Celtic stuff. I'm not playing Celtic stuff today, but I really love Nadine and Barbara's stuff at the People's Music Network. It was absolutely fantastic. In fact, I was wondering whether you play in the contra dance circles in Ithaca. I've been at some contra dances in Ithaca.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, we've played there quite a few times.
Oh yeah, so I might have even danced to you once. It's been so many of them I can't remember all the different bands. But I'm looking forward to when we can do that again. I've got relatives up around there. So.
Oh, us too.
Us too. Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing nicer than being up there on stage because we get a bird's eye view of all these dancers just making these fantastic patterns and enjoying each other. So. While I'm playing, I get to watch all that beautiful dancing. So it doesn't get better than that.
That's fantastic.
Unless, of course, we actually go and dance to another band. We do that, too.
Yeah, the dance tent at Clearwater is always an amazing place to see, too. The vibe, that tent just seems to the whole tent is kind of dancing. There's something about dance music and dance audiences that are just magical. Andre, I would love to, maybe Andre Kondrescu, you could poke in with a little bit of
Well-
verbiage here.
I just found my favorite love poem of all time, written by my friend Anselm Hollow, and I thought I would read it to you. It's short. It's called Big Dog. I bring you this beautiful head full of breathtakingly beautiful images of yourself and put it in your lap. Now I breathe more quietly. Now you pat me. Now I sigh. In a moment or two, I'll get up and be a man again. It's a lovely poem by Anselm Hollow, who passed away a couple of years ago. Great poet, born in Finland. And then I'll read you my second favorite poem if there's enough time. It's also
Let's. Can you hang out a little bit? We'll
Sure,
fit in,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Nadine and Barbara, maybe you have some music to offer this morning. Get us all into gear.
I think sure do. Yeah. We're gonna play a set of French Canadian tunes for you, and not pictured as the foot percussion, so you just have to imagine it happening down there on the floor.
That's great.
Yeah. I just have to warm up my flute because it's room temperature, which is not very warm. So.
No. I have to admit, when I'm warming up, I wear these until it's time to play. Because we don't have a working furnace. We just have a wood stove, so it gets a little cool.
Right.
Ready to go?
That was just fantastic. And
That was okay. We have a new setup, so I can adjust.
It's fantastic. I think it was great. What I would love to see is like a little camera on your feet, so we can see that part too.
And the cute little mic stand, it's so cute.
Why don't you hold up the mic stand? Can you put?
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that.
I'm gonna.
Don't mess it up.
It's a rat's nest down there. You don't.
Oh boy.
See it.
Come on, you can get it. It might a little mic stand with your food.
Yeah, it also has a very cute small mic cord. So.
Oh my gosh.
Not worth the risk.
It's okay. So
quite a sight.
It's fantastic. I think we'll have to have a broadcast one weekend where you have your phone like another vantage point on your feet. That would be really fun. But I'll tell you, there were a lot of tapping feet all over the place. That was fantastic. So Ray, what does that burst of energy do for you with your accordion and lap?
Oh well, I was pretending like we do at sessions. So I hadn't heard that tune before, but I try to pick up every third or fourth note, and eventually you pick up more than 10 times more through. I might even have it, though not as fast as Nadine can play it. But that's really fantastic.
Yeah, and before we go on, I just want to introduce. I'm going to pull some people out of the green room, just to say hi, because we're getting toward that final stretch here. Jeff Main up the Hudson River here. Billy Talon, somewhere in New York City, I assume.
Yes, sir.
How are you, man? Out of your reverendly robes?
Yes, just in my PJs.
Earth-alleluia to you.
Earth-alleluia.
And Reggie Harris in the Hindenburgs. Sorry, it's like my standard greeting. Reggie, you're muted. Reggie, you're muted.
Reg, you're muted.
I think he's got it. Yeah.
I said I'll never get out of the Hindenburgs.
Good
morning, all.
Good morning to you all. Jeff, you're a newcomer here. Oh, we're getting a bit of an echo. I'm not sure. Billy, if you have earbuds, it might be. It might be yours. But let's get going with Ray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, actually, I'm getting it.
Yeah, I am too. Hold on, I'm gonna mute a couple people.
Okay.
That's funny. It's still there. Let's see. Oh, you know what, Reggie? It was on your end. I just muted you, but just keep muting. I think we're good. So Ray.
Yeah. So I'm going to. Yeah, in honor of Valentine's Day and its desirable consequence, I'm going to play two Swedish wedding marches. Both of them associated with the band Väsen. The first one is by Roger Tallroth, Ellis and Andres Bröllop Suite, Ellis and Andres Wedding Suite. I'll just play the little first part of that and then seg into Hagsätra Brudmarsch, the Hagsätra Bridal March, by Olof Johansson. Hagsätra is a little town at the end of the Tunnelbana, just outside Stockholm. A rather nice little place. But before I get into that, I when you showed the ruffed grouse, it just reminded me of wonderful ruffed grouse stories, because they have this elaborate mating ritual. But if the male grouse doesn't actually find the love of his life, this is kind of familiar. We've all been teenage boys. Not all of us. No, we've all been teenagers, but some of us have been teenage boys. If the grouse does not find the love of his life by the end of the season, they go into this crazy pattern called lecking, where they just can't stop this dance, and they'll just try to attract anything that is roughly bird-like. So there's a documented case where one of these grouse in a grouse in a lecking state tried to attract a 747 on the Arlanda airport runway, and it held up the 747. But my personal experience with a grouse lecking is when my older daughter was about 8, and we were on a camping trip in Finnish Lapland at the time of year when the grouse are in this lecking state, if they haven't found their true love. One of them came into our campsite with our campfire and everything and started clucking at my daughter. My daughter, this bird is making an interesting sound. I'll cluck back at it. And she clucked back at it. And then we just couldn't get rid of the bird. The bird then tried to chase me away. And the stupid thing even tried to chase our campfire away. We had to actually bodily pick up this bird and remove it to keep it from throwing itself into the fire.
Oh my
and
God.
to chase away the fire. That's absolute madness. But I think some of it, we've all, not all of it, a lot of us have been there. We know that. I had a lot of sympathy for this grouse. But anyway, here's to all the grouse that actually the wedding march for all the grouse that do actually find their true love by the end of the season.
Beautiful. Someday I've got to look up that grouse chasing the 747 story. That's pretty wild. But what nice tunes, Ray.
Vason is just a terrific band. It kind of broke my heart. The band broke up this year, although they're fantastic musicians and they're still composing lots of things. So Olaf Johansson is their nickel harp player. That's a medieval instrument, fantastic instrument, and Roger Tallroth is their guitarist. But they've just composed so many new wonderful songs in the traditional style. It's amazing how, with this rather small repertoire of notes, you can compose music in the style that people have been composing for 400 years, and there's still new stuff.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So I'd love to get back to the Western Buffalo, our guests, and get a little bit more of that dance music. But I wanted to fit in a little bit of Reverend Billy Talon, the longtime leader of the Church of Stop Shopping. and a great voice for sanity, for equity, for sustainability, the true sustainability. What's on your mind this morning, Reverend Billy? Oh, you're muted. I'm sorry. Wait, you're muted.
I'm
there we go. I got you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had muted you, I think, earlier.
Oh, okay. Am I unmuted now?
You are.
All right.
Unhinged, unleashed.
It's hard for a preacher to be muted, you know.
I know.
Well, I'm thinking of mothers today. I'm thinking about the gift the ultimate gift that they give us, the gift of love. I'm in this group of people, this choir of activists, and we risk arrest together. You know, march into Walmarts and into the lobbies of Chase banks and Monsanto laboratories and sing unwanted songs at people. And something about the singing makes our arrest delayed. The police slow down. Everybody kind of slows down. In spite of themselves, they listen to us singing. And I know that my mother, thinking about my mom now, who died in the 70s, when she was 50 years old, she never experienced that swerve in my life where I became committed to sort of a translation of the civil rights movement, you know, using singing to bend the borders of property and laws to make a point about the earth, about justice. I wish I wonder to what degree my love goes forward, hoping that in some way we are reaching those who have left us before we found our voice, you know, left us before my mom left me before I had a gift, before I had the gift of my life to give. I think that what I had to give came later on in my, I had to outmaneuver and give up like legitimate careers.
Yeah.
I had to outmaneuver my middle class assignments. Anybody know what I'm driving at here?
I'm showing some scenes of you guys at the Mall of Americas.
So we took over the Mall of America one day to urge people to gain control of their consumerism. Several Christmases ago. So I'm just calling out to my mother, and whatever love I have, I know comes ultimately from her gift of life to me. And I think that she lived in Minnesota, very near Bloomington. She lived in Northfield, Minnesota in her last years. And I like to think that she would have been amused that her son took over the local mall and entertained people with the possibility of shopping less and loving more. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, you know, I think that was a beautiful comment, and we all have left people behind who, or they've left us behind, who we wish we could share more of our journey with. That's a beautiful thought. My mother passed away a couple years ago, and I think about her every day, especially these days. She was a deeply political person and taught American history and American politics to high school students. And part of me is happy she hasn't seen the last couple of years.
Right.
Part of me wants to talk to her about what has happened the last couple of years. So it's kind of a mixture of those things. So thanks for sharing that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you to all of you.
And keep up with that Earthaluia.
Hallelujah.
And by the way, one thing I appreciate about your work and how you do that is it's, you know, it's a little bit in your face, but it's also very funny because you're using humor. It's not, you know, you could be easily yelling through that megaphone, "You idiots!" But I don't think that's what you're doing. You're engaging people through humor, and there's a connectedness that happens there too. We actually did a session, one of our Monday sessions on humor as a path to more effective climate communication. We're doing another one in a couple of weeks. The Red Cross International actually uses humor very effectively in their disaster risk communications all around the world, which is kind of cool. So thank you for that. Keeping up your sense of spirit.
Thank you, Andy.
So let's get on to a couple of our other guests who have come in here. Reggie, you've been so busy lately. I'm really glad to have you back. I know you've been nonstop in what you do. And I didn't know what's on your musical mind. Are you back home? I know you're actually in. Did you get a replacement for your car that died in Michigan?
I did. I found a very like car, the next model up, 2014, and now I'm safely ensconced in that.
Great. Well, I'm glad you made it back, and I'm glad you do what you do.
In the very snowy Helderbergs here.
Yes. What a time it has been.
It has indeed. My goodness.
It remains.
I was doing a service earlier this morning for UU Church on Long Island, and just centering on the King quote on unconditional love. And it's quite a time to think about the brokenness of love in the world. And, unconditional is a stretch for, any of us to even think about. But just looking at what Reverend Billy and I love the choir words, by the way. That was great. And the white suit. Oh God, it's perfect.
It is great.
But just the whole sense of watching what's going on around us and thinking, wow, it comes out of such brokenness and such a lack of love. People just focusing all their energy on hate and what's not right in their lives, or what they think is not right in their lives.
So what's on your musical heart this morning?
Well,
Happy
actually, it's really
Valentine's
funny. I wrote a love song recently, actually last year, and it's going to be on my new CD. But actually hearing and watching Reverend Billy, I was one of the other songs that's going to be on the CD, which is called On Solid Ground, is the Malvina Reynolds song, It Isn't Nice. So I think I might do that one.
That's great.
You know that one? Yeah. I revisited it a little bit because, you have to update things. It isn't nice to block the doorway. It isn't nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but those nice ways always fail. It isn't nice. It isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. We don't mind. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. It isn't nice to carry banners, or to sit in on the floor, or to cry out and shout for freedom at the hotel or the store. It isn't nice. It isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. We don't mind. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. Well, we tried negotiations. We tried peaceful picket lines. Well, you said you didn't see us. Hell, you might as well be blind. You said our new ways aren't nice. Now you deal with hearts of ice. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. We don't mind. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. 400 years of lynchings, then you knelt on George Floyd's neck. Did you say that it was evil? Did you even stop to check? No, you were quiet, just like mice. Now you say that we're not nice. Well, if this is freedom's price, we don't mind, we don't mind. Well, if this is freedom's price, then we don't mind. Well, it isn't nice to block the doorway. It isn't nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but those nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, it isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind, we don't mind. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind, we don't mind. Well, if that is freedom's price, we don't mind, we don't mind. Well, if that is freedom's price, then we don't mind.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Absolutely. Oh boy, that was a charge and a half. Really great. And I like
Great
the
song.
updates.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're bringing to mind a sign. I may have shown this on here before. There's a Reverend Tim Greco who's very conservative politically. He's at the church on the hill, right down the street from us. We disagree on some things. I'm not sure who he voted for, but he did post this sign outside the church late last summer. Be kind whenever possible. Pro tip: it's always possible. And I keep finding it. There's use in showing this again. And he is a pro.
That's great.
Yeah, so there you go. Jeff Main, this is your first time on the show. How are you? Whoops, sorry. How are you doing? Yep, we can.
Yeah, good. I'm well. I'm really well.
So for those who don't know, Jeff Main for decades has worked in the Westchester County Parks system. He's a naturalist and a great insights into how the world works at the interface between people and the environment. Mm-hmm. He's a fantastic player. So Jeff, it's great to have you on my little show here.
Sure. So yeah, that was a real positive song, Reg. But I had two songs, as I mentioned in the email, a yin and a yang. So if I have time for the yang, I'll start with the yin, which is going to bring us back to some people's reality. So this song is a love song, but it's called You Never Really Gave It a Chance. So here it goes. Can you hear this? Well, they've written songs of love gone wrong 1,000 times or more. One more I'll be singing as I'm walking from your door. There's a mountain run between us, seems like one that I can't climb. It's a good time for me to head on down the line. I remember how you'd look at me as someone you could hold. Sure strange how things can get so hot and turn so very cold. While I know it's love you need, you made it clear it won't be mine. It's a good time for me to head on down the line. Well, there were times when anything I did was enough to make you smile. Now see the clothes I'm wearing don't seem to meet your style, and you're just not really interested in what I say or do. The writing's on the wall, I guess I'll have to live without you. Please don't get insulted if I never write a call. You knew what I could offer and you could have had it all. Well, I may have cried once, but I won't cry twice, cause I never was that kind. It's a good time for me to head on down the line. There were times when anything I did was enough to make you smile. Now I see the clothes I'm wearing don't seem to meet your style, and you're just not really interested in what I say or do. The writing's on the wall, I guess I'll have to live without you. Please don't get insulted if I never write a call. You knew what I could offer and you could have had it all. Well, I may have cried once, but I won't cry twice. You know I never was that kind. It's a good time for me to head on down the line. It's a good time for me to head on down the line. It's a good time for me to head on down the line. I'm heading down the line. Like a slow train running, I'm heading down the line. Heading down the line. Heading down the line. Thank you.
Nice tune. Nice tune. I thought I might slip in one here, which I haven't played out in, I don't know, forever. But it is a love song. I kind of wrote it with my parents in mind at the time, but now that I'm in my 60s, it's kind of feeling more personal. Can you hear the guitar okay? I'm using the guitar feed now. I want to make sure it's not too loud. And can you hear my voice? Okay. My hair may have a touch of gray, my belt may be out of notch, but I haven't lost my charming ways. You don't believe me, then you just watch. I'm gonna dance you around the floor, take you by surprise, whisper how I adore your dimple and your eyes. I'm gonna woo you like it's our first date. You know it's not too late to find a way to fall in love again. I'm gonna woo you like it's our first date. You know it's not too late. We'll find a way to fall in love again. I'll bring you breakfast in bed, skip work and meet you for lunch. Candles and wine at supper time, it'll work, I've got a hunch. My hair may have a touch of gray, my belt may be out of notch, but I haven't lost my charming ways. You don't believe me, then you just watch. I'm gonna dance you across the floor, take you by surprise, whisper how I adore your dimple and your eyes. I'm gonna woo you like it's our first date. You know it's not too late. We'll find a way to fall in love again. I'm gonna woo you like it's our first date. You know it's not too late. We'll find a way to fall. We'll find a way to fall. We'll find a way to fall in love again. We'll find a way to fall. We'll find a way to fall. We'll find a way to fall in love again. There you go. Hey, quickie. Still working on
fancy ending.
Yeah, one can only try. So, actually, Jeff, because you're new here. What was the yang of your yin?
Come on. Okay, there we go.
There you are. Yeah.
So, the yang is that you find something that actually works, right? So, the way that you held me last night, the way that you looked in the pale moonlight, a secret betrayed by a touch, is unspoken words said I want you so much, a passion exposed by a kiss. A promise revealed on the touch of your lips, kept words that I wanted to say, hidden inside until I found a way. And so I'll write you this letter, I'll write you this song. Deep in my heart, babe, is where it comes from. Imprisoned emotions unlocked by your key, like waves on the ocean rise up from the sea. The passion we had turned to sighs, the way that I felt when I looked in your eyes. A heartbeat that pounds doesn't lie. I can't speak my mind no matter how hard I try. And so I'll write you this letter, I'll write you this song. It's deep in my heart, babe, it's where it comes from. Imprisoned emotions unlocked by your key, like waves on the ocean rise up from the sea. It takes so much time to make up your mind when your heart's torn with confusion. They say that the world can be yours if you dare, but wanting it all can lead to your fall. 'Cause baby, it's just an illusion. The moments you treasure are those that you share. I would take a lead here, but I'm by myself. The way that I held you last night, the way that you looked in the pale moonlight, a secret betrayed by a touch, as unspoken words said, I want you so much. And so I'll write you this letter, I'll write you this song. It's deep in my heart, babe, that's where it comes from. Imprisoned emotions unlocked by your key, like waves on the ocean rise up from the sea.
Very nice.
Thank you. The yang of it.
Yeah. So a glass of wine to you and your lovely wife too. I know. I think the last time we were with you, you guys are both into fine wine, and that was fun. Think back to
Come
those
back
days.
again. We'll do a tasting.
Yeah, I'm working on the old vaccination question, trying to get everything in order. Now that they've opened it up for people with comorbidities, isn't that one of the weirdest words in the English language? Comorbidities. I can pursue a vaccine. And on we go. We're closing in toward the end of this great morning, which is now a bit of the afternoon here in Hudson Valley, and almost toward evening in Ray Pierre Humbert's UK. Ray, do you have a quick little bit of a tune you can add before? I'd like to get Nadine and Barbara in one more time, and Reggie, if you have a very outro.
I'd rather just hear more of Nadine and Barbara, because the only thing I have is a little bit long. So
okay,
some other time.
There'll be more times. Nadine and Barbara, a last little bit of percussive flutish piano.
Well, we're gonna we were gonna play a waltz for you, but the percussion can be the sound of dancers' feet dancing.
Yes,
on
that's
the
fine.
dance floor. So it's called Waltz of Thanks. It's an original that I wrote
Beautiful.
a few years ago, just in general, to whenever you need to thank people, it's pretty much always. So
Fantastic.
thank you so much for having us.
And
Thanks for
anytime.
having us. And Ray, by the way, I've enjoyed your music too. So it's mutual admiration there.
Absolutely.
I just wanted
Oh,
to
thank
say
you, thank you so much. It would be fantastic to get a chance to play together sometime. I play quite a lot of French Quebecois stuff. In fact, from the Ithaca tune book, that's where I learned a lot of my contra dance stuff. So
that would be
All right.
wonderful. And we really love our Swedish tunes too. So
All right.
all right.
We would all enjoy it. Shall we start?
Go for it. Wow. What a stunning, beautiful song. Congratulations on composing that. Really
Thank you.
splendid.
It's been really wonderful hearing you all play today. Like, such a really good way to spend the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
I second that.
I third it. Reggie, can you kind of maybe take us out?
I can. And,
In a musical way, I mean.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm nonviolent, you know.
You're a Unitarian.
Actually, I'm Unitarian friendly, they tell me. This has been beautiful, and as always, the connections are magical. So, this is a song just written last year called "Come What May." This is the first time I'm actually playing it out. Here in the early hours of morning, I'm so ready to hear your voice. Time spent alone feels so uncertain. I miss the joy of our sweet laughter, miss the touch of your embrace. Forced to shelter our love behind this curtain. Ours is the gift of joy and passion. I love the way light finds your face. Your smile fills my heart with such emotion. Days go by with miles between us. Across this desert we found a place to open our hearts to love's devotion. In every minute of every hour of every trying day, we smile and say how long. But come what may, come what may, we know our love will keep us strong. Come what may, come what may, we know our love will keep us strong. So many years spent waiting for the dawn, and now together in time we carry on. But come what may, come what may, we know our love will keep us strong. Come what may, come what may, strong.
Our love will keep us strong. And our community, love and community. It's the connections we all make. And I think we demonstrate with this show every week that you can make these connections virtually, not just physically. And we're going to have to do more of that one way or the other. So thanks to all for being part of the latest episode of the Sunday Sanity Song and Story Swap here from the Earth Institute at Columbia University, from the Hudson Valley Bureau. And I want to thank Mel and Vinny, Pat Jones, Karen Brooks, Lori Siegel, David Tarlow, Peter Siegel, Ray, of course, right here, and Barbara Descant and Nadine Descant Miller, and Andre Kodrescu, our poet laureate who came on earlier, Reverend Billy Talon, for giving us a little dose of his Earthalluia, our new guest, Jeff Main, and Reggie Harris. So be well going forward into the new week. Again, lots of repair work to be done, lots of maintenance to be done, lots of creativity to be pursued. So thank you all for being part of this today. And for those watching, you can share this, just whatever link you've been watching on, just when we're done, it gets archived right away. So share it with friends. This all becomes an enduring gift to the world, thanks to these great musical guests. It's archived on all these different platforms. I'm going to close things out with a song without words I wrote for my wife a long time ago, and it's the version from the album. StreamYard has this new thing where you can play a video from your computer. And so thanks again, all of you, for being here. And we're just going to go out with a song for Lisa, who's downstairs, I think, doing yoga. Hold on one second. And here we go. Thanks for being here today, guys. Take care. Be well.